All right, we're beginning with what's happening in West Asia. Iran's news agency says explosions have been heard near the airport of the country's central Isfahan city, but the reason still not known. Several Iranian nuclear sites are located in the Isfahan province, including Natanz. That's the centerpiece of Iran's uranium enrichment program. Iran suspended flights over the cities of Isfahan, Shiraz and Tehran. On Thursday, a senior Iranian Revolutionary Guard commander said Iran could review its nuclear doctrine following Israeli threats. The remarks raised concerns about Tehran's nuclear program, which it says has always been strictly for peaceful purposes. Amid spiraling tensions, the Guard's commander in charge of the nuclear security hit out at Tel Aviv. He said if the Zionist regime wants to take action against our nuclear centers and facilities, we will reciprocate with advanced missiles against their own nuclear sites. Addressing officials from the Mossad and Shin Bet intelligence units on Thursday, Netanyahu stressed the need and importance of determination and unity. He said his country was committed to defeating the terrorist axis in Gaza, freeing the hostages and repelling the overall threat coming from Iran. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said Israel has freedom of action on what it wants to do.
להצטמצם, הן רק הולכות לגדול. המציאות הזאת שאנחנו מותקפים בה.
But is the specter of regional conflict in West Asia closer than ever? Explosions were heard in the Iranian city of Isfahan, according to the Iranian news agency, as I mentioned earlier. While Israeli forces have declined to comment on the blast, fact is it comes following Iran's retaliatory fire on Israeli territories over the weekend. So where do things stand in the region? Will Iran launch a counter-strike if Israel decides to attack? Iran's envoy in India, Iraj Illahi, gave this response to WION Siddhant. Listen to this.
So, will Iran counter-retaliate if there is a strike by the Israelis now? Because it looks from the reports coming that they are looking to make strikes in Iran.
I assure you that any military action against Iran, against territory of Iran, against the national interest of Iran, will be responded by Iranian military force.
All right, for more on this, we have WION's principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant joining us live on this broadcast. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, according to reports, explosions have been heard near Iran's central Isfahan city. Several Iranian nuclear sites located here as well. Talk to us about what has happened, the level of alert in Iran and the concerns as well.
Well, it is a developing story. We have seen some initial media saying, Western media basically, that strikes have taken place. Now, there are reports coming from the Iranian media as well, certain visuals as well. But all in all, it is easy to say that the situation in West Asia remains precarious. Now, the Iranian ambassador spoke to WION exclusively yesterday evening, and he said that if there is an escalation from the Israeli side, there will be a strong response from the Iranian side. Now, does that mean that the region will be engulfed in a conflict? Yes, it looks like clearly. But of course, what are Indian stakes? Two things are very important for India. First, of course, is the energy. India imports a lot of energy from West Asian region, and any blockage or conflict in the region can lead to inflationary pressure. The second, of course, is the diaspora. Roughly 10,000 Indians are in Iran, 18,000 in Israel, and several thousands in the entire West Asian region, especially in the Gulf, where many of them are blue-collar workers. So India's worry will be safety of its nationals, and for that there could be evacuation plans. We know that almost every year since 2017, India has been involved in major evacuation plans. Recently, we saw that in Ukraine as well, South Sudan, another example. But coming back to the situation in West Asia, a clear case of escalation in the region days after the Israeli counterstrikes in the Iranian counterstrikes in Israel. Now the Israeli strikes coming in Iran. We are waiting for more details as the situation develops.
Right. Well, of course, Siddhant, we'll of course continue to track all the developments on that front closely. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.